everyone, namaste. Today we're going to focus on the air element. The air element is located, or its seat is in the heart center, the heart chakra. And its qualities are lightness, ease, grace, and joy, appreciation of beauty. Wonderful qualities. It's also associated with a sense of touch, the actual physical sensation of touch, but also our ability to be touched by beauty or compassion. So the gesture we're going to use today is called Vayu Mudra. Vayu means air, and it's the index finger that folds in towards the center of the palm, the other three fingers extended. And I will come closer so you can see a little bit better. Like that, index finger. So go ahead and close the eyes. And you can start first by just relaxing the hands. Just taking a moment to settle into the body. And whenever you feel ready to hold the gesture, go ahead. Once again, the index finger folds in towards the center of the palm, the thumb holds it down, the other three fingers are extended. Shoulders relax down and back. And just notice if your breath and attention are directed to a particular part of the body. Notice if your pattern of breathing subtly changes. You might notice subtle effects on your mind, your emotions, and your quality of energy as well. So as I mentioned before, Vayu means air, and this mudra balances the air element in the body, which is responsible for the exchange of oxygen and carbon monoxide through the breathing process. Air is also responsible for the movement of nerve impulses through the body, and it also governs the cardiovascular system, the pumping of blood through the body. On a more subtle level, as I mentioned before, it is associated with our ability to connect, to truly be touched by beauty, and to feel light and graceful in our bodies, and most especially in our minds. So thoughts and emotions come but easily pass without becoming attached or ruminating. So lightness and ease is the theme. So notice how this one feels for you. And if you like it, you can hold it during the pauses. And if you don't like it, if it doesn't feel good for you, you can simply relax your hands at those times instead. So for now, go ahead and release the mudra. And we're going to start by opening the rib cage. This mudra actually opens the breath into the upper rib cage, helping with respiration in the middle part of the back. So bring your right hand to the floor beside you and open up through your ribs. Good. Feel that nice stretch, a lateral stretch, lifting out of the waist. Breathe. Wherever we bring our attention and breath, prana or chi will follow. Good. Inhale back through the center, other side. Lift, stretch. Good. Inhale, come back to the center. And come to sit in a Z sit. So if you're sitting up on a high pillow like I am, you might want to move that out of the way. So your right leg bent back, your left foot on top of your right thigh. And if this isn't comfortable on your knee, you can keep it straight. You can also support your hip, one hip or the other, so you can experiment and see what feels good. So in this movement, we're going to open, once again, we're going to work on the ribs. We're going to open the sides. So as you exhale, push across the body. As you inhale, stretch. So there's a little bit of a turn here. Coming back to center. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale back to center. Now you can either stay seated for this movement, or if you want a little bit more of a stretch, you can come up. Exhale. Inhale. Coming even into a slight back bend. Exhale back to center. So once again, you can either be seated or come up like I just did. And we'll do this 2 more times. Beautiful, feeling that wonderful stretch in the upper ribs. Good, come back to center. You can shake out your knees for a moment. The other side. So once again, either seated or coming up on your knees. Exhale, inhale, straightening, opening the chest and the sides of the ribs. Exhale back to center. Pushing as you exhale, inhaling, stretch, exhaling. 2 more times. Good. And come back to sit in a comfortable position. You might need a little height underneath your hips, which I always do when I'm sitting cross-legged. If you're more comfortable sitting with your legs stretched out in front, you can do that as well, but we're just going to pause for a moment, holding the gesture. Nice full deep breathing through the ribs, the middle chest. You might find holding this gesture that your inhale is slightly elongated, which is an enlivening pattern of breathing. Feeling a sense of lightness and openness in the whole chest area. If you're not holding the mudra, bring your attention to the mid-chest and see if you can breathe into that area. And if you're holding the gesture, go ahead and release it. Open the eyes and make your way into stand. Coming up to stand actually through a relaxed forward bend as we usually do. So feet about hip width apart, upper body hanging forward, knees are soft, release the head. Breathe into the back of the body. Good, and as you inhale, slowly come up. Once again, taking your time, stretching into any part of the spine that needs extra attention. Slowly rolling up, shoulders relax down and back, head is the last thing to come up. Just pausing for a moment, standing upright with the eyes closed. Full light breathing, feeling the lightness and grace that comes with that. Beautiful. Now as you inhale, open the eyes and float the arms out to the sides. Let your arms ride the breath. Bringing hands up overhead, interlace the fingers. Exhale, turn the palms towards the ceiling. Stretch up. Exhale, press out through your left hip, coming into a half moon. Shoulders and hips square to the front the best you can. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, other side. Beautiful. Inhale, back to center. Now exhale, come forward with straight legs. The palms press forward as though you were guiding your hands along the horizon. Coming forward, releasing the head. Take a breath in. Pause here for a moment. And on your next inhale, slowly come up the opposite way. So with straight legs if you can. If your back hurts, bend your knees and come up instead. But otherwise, use the core, come up. Stretch up, press the hips forward a little bit, lifting out of the waist. Come back to center, and exhale, float the arms out to the sides, back and down. Pausing. Closing the eyes, holding the gesture or not as you prefer. But bring your attention to the center of the chest, the heart center, and feel or imagine that you are actually breathing in and out of the center of the chest. Another way to do this is to bring your attention to the center of the chest and breathe. Whichever way of thinking about it makes it easy for you. And then remember something that brought you joy. And feel that or imagine that in your heart center. And then let go of the image and just keep that feeling of lightness and joy. Excellent. Now go ahead, release the mudra if you're holding it. As you inhale, open the eyes, floating the arms out to the sides once again. Interlacing the fingers, exhale, turn the palms towards the ceiling. Exhale, come forward with straight legs. Pause here for a moment. Nice deep breath in and out. And inhale, come back up the other way with straight legs if you can. And exhale, float the arms out to the sides. And as they come to your sides, once again, just pause with or without the gesture. Breathing into the mid-chest, feeling the upper ribs expand. Remembering that feeling of ease or joy as you breathe into the heart. And go ahead, release the mudra if you are holding it. Open the eyes. Stand nice and wide. We're going to come into the warrior angle. Also a nice pose to really bring a lot of breath and energy into the sides of the ribs. Inhale, extend the arms out to the sides, coming into star. And now turn your right foot out, your left foot partway in. Look over your front fingertips, bend the front knee. So we always come through warrior two. Set the alignment by pressing down and forward into the front foot. Extend down and back through the rear leg and foot. Beautiful. And on your next exhale, lower the front arm and press your left hip back so the hip is facing more front. And inhale, stretch that left arm over the ear. So we're going to lift out of the waist. Don't dump into the shoulder. If you can, lift out of the shoulder. Beautiful. Some of you might be able to come into a slight back bend here. Good. Inhale back through the center, back through warrior two. Straighten that front leg, relax the arms for a moment. Nice deep breath in and out, relax. Other side. Inhale, warrior two first. Make sure that front knee is over the ankle. And then coming into the angle, pressing your right hip back now, opening up. Feel a line of energy and breath and lightness from the outside of your rear foot all the way up the right side of your body, out through your fingertips. Breathe, feel that openness. Good, and now slowly come back up through warrior two. Straighten the front leg, turn both feet forward, and now swan dive forward. Exhaling as you come down. Unless there's something going on in your back, once again, then bend the knees. But come down, relax the head, relax the arms. If your hands don't touch the floor, you can hold at the elbows, or you can bring your hands to your legs wherever they fall. Nice deep breath in, exhale, relax. Holding for another breath. Good. And then inhale, reverse swan dive, coming up. Relax your arms, step the feet together. And once again, just drop inward. Taking a moment to let your awareness settle inside the body. And then go ahead and hold the gesture. Feeling that lightness and ease in the heart center as you breathe into the heart. A feeling of joy or ease. Good. Opening the eyes and releasing the mudra. We're going to come into the soaring crane. So a wonderful balancing movement. So shift your weight into your right leg and then bring your left toes to the floor. As you inhale, float your arms out to the sides, relax the shoulders. So the arms aren't straight and tense, but rather relaxed, more like the wings of a bird. Now as you exhale, bend the standing leg, the arms come down. And as you inhale, float up. Exhale, coming down. Inhale, floating up. Feel your arms ride your breath as if you were flying. Now to come into the full balance, as you come up, raise those toes. We brought the sun out brightly. It's shining on my pants. Nice bright spot of sunlight. Beautiful. Ride the wind, ride the air. Ride your breath. Beautiful. Come in for a landing. When you see a crane or a heron come in for a landing, they come into complete stillness. And if your eyes are closed, open them again, shifting your weight into your left leg, floating the arms out to the side, the right toes on the floor. And try this side first with the toes on the floor. Exhaling as you come down, inhaling, ride the breath, ride the air. Nice full breaths. See if you can cultivate that feeling of grace and ease and lightness. Whether you're balancing with your toe on the floor or raising that leg for a full balance, doesn't matter. flying with grace and ease. Coming in for a landing once again, just relax inward, closing the eyes, holding the gesture if you like it. Breathing ease and joy into the heart. Good. And go ahead, release the mudra. Open the eyes. Stand with your feet about hip width apart and circle your arms behind you now, interlacing fingers behind the back. Roll the shoulders down and back, stretch. And then exhale, bend the knees, come forward with the upper body. Releasing the crown. Good, and now keep the head down, bring the hands to the low back, release the arms towards the floor. Make your way down onto your knees, and then slide forward onto your belly. We'll do one pose on our bellies today. So bring the forehead to the floor, arms alongside the body, about 45 degrees, but just take a moment to feel your body relax into gravity here. Just relax. If it's easier, just relax with your chin on the floor first. Good, then go ahead and bring the forehead to the floor if it's not there already. In the boat pose, the hips are the anchor. And we're going to be raising our arms and our legs and our head. So press into the floor, press your hips down. And as you inhale, lift and extend the legs, the arms, and the upper body. So we're extending back through the fingertips, back through the toes, forward through the sternum, up the spine and out the crown of the head. See if you can hold for 2 more breaths. You might want to squeeze your buttocks a little bit to keep you nice and stable. And exhale, completely relax. Turn your head to one side. You can turn your palms up or cradle your head. And if it feels good, bend your legs up at the knees and just windshield wiper your legs. That's a nice relief for the hips, for the low back. Good, release your feet to the floor. And now turn your head in the opposite direction and completely let go. Just feel the force of gravity on the body. Just let go. Not holding on to anything. Relaxing so completely as if you had nothing else to do for the rest of the day. Good. Now bring the palms underneath the shoulder, the head back to center. Press into your palms, press up through table pose, and we're going to come back now into child's pose. So move slowly here, pressing the hips towards the heels, extending forward through the fingertips as you come back. You can wiggle the hips a little bit. The knees can be wide to make room for your upper body, or they can be together to support your upper body. Eventually, you can make little micro movements here, stretching into parts of the hips where you need a little extra. Eventually bringing the forehead to the floor and the arms alongside the body with the palms facing up. Or, if your hips are way up in the air, or if it feels more comfortable, stack your fists and support your forehead like this. So whatever feels comfortable. This pose is a restorative pose. It should feel so comfortable and easy as we hold just for a few breaths.
Some of you might like to leave your arms extended as well. Breathe into the back of the body. Some of you might like to even just sway the hips a little bit. Good. One more breath in and out. And then bring palms underneath the shoulders.
Press the upper body up. Shift the hips to one side. Scoot up to the top of your mat. Feet flat, knees bent. Rolling on down. Feeling that sense of as you relax into the floor. And then go ahead and hug the knees in nice and tight, pressing thighs into the belly, spine into the floor. Feel that pressure. And then go ahead and circle the knees around a little bit, rocking. Just play for a moment. Bring that sense of ease and lightness into your playfulness. Good. Coming back to center now. Relax your arms out to the sides with the palms facing up. If there's not enough room in your space, you can bend them up at the elbows. And we'll do just one moving twist to each side. So drop your knees first to your left, turning your head to the right. Breath in and out. And slowly raise the top knee through the center. Feel that point where the bottom knee wants to follow. And then bring both knees to the right as you turn your head to the left. Breath in and out. And now come back to center. You might need to recenter yourself on the mat. And go ahead and stretch out now into corpse pose. The legs are slightly separated with the feet out. If you need to place a pillow under your knees so that your lower back feels easier, go ahead and do that. Palms facing up, arms a little bit away from the body, shoulders relaxed down and back. And just relax. Breathing, relaxing, feeling the force of gravity hugging you to the earth. And as you lie there, once again, bring your attention to the center of the chest. Feeling this sense of ease and joy as you breathe into the heart center. As you inhale, draw in more lightness. And as you exhale, feel that ease and lightness spread to every part of the body. Whole body is so light, so at ease. Now just rest here for as long as you like and enjoy this poem. Those of you who take my classes know I like to read a poem at the end. This is by Mahmoud Shabistari, a Sufi poet, called Beauty. Descending to the earth, that strange, intoxicating beauty of the unseen world lurks in the elements of nature. And the soul of man, who has attained the rightful balance, becoming aware of this hidden joy, straightway is enamored and bewitched. And from this mystic marriage are born the poet's songs, inner knowledge, the language of the heart, virtuous living, and the fair child beauty. And the great soul gives to man as dowry the hidden glory of the world. And I'll end this with the yogi's prayer. Om Shanti, peace. May all beings in all the realms be happy. May all beings in all the realms know peace. And may we also always be happy and always know peace.